music very different from, at least in those days, from finger-style acoustic guitar, which is, I guess, the Western way of describing always like guitar. So I was at this party in Moana with my family, and I was just a young boy, and I kind of wandered outside in the backyard, and I heard the strains of this music coming from somewhere in the neighborhood. I walked back by the neighbor's house, I walked under the mango trees, and I turned the corner, and there was a Hawaiian man sitting on a Weston oil can, playing the most beautiful guitar music I'd ever heard. He had his shirt off, it was a beautiful day. And this music was like silk in the air. It was defined, it was beautiful. And yeah, probably the first sort of, we call it chicken skin in Hawaii. It's goosebumps. And first kind of chicken skin music thing that ever happened to me in my life. So I was just, in awe. And I sat at his feet. And when I sat down, he was kind of involved in playing. And when I sat down, I made a rustling sound in the dirt. And he realized, that somebody was there, and he looked down at me. I can still, to this day, see him studying my face. He was looking at me. He's trying to figure out, who is this kid? Who is this kid? Then all of a sudden, he stopped playing, and he turned his back, and it was over. And I wasn't used to being treated like that as a boy, because in my family there was just so much love for the kids. I just couldn't understand this, And I ran home crying, and I told my mom, what did I do wrong, Mom? And she said, Keola, you didn't do anything wrong. He just didn't know you weren't his family. In those days, unless you were that person's family, the slack key guitar wasn't shared. It was passed down from father to son. So this was the guitar sort of tradition in Hawaii, with a lot of secrecy and just very personal. I only teach you, my son. And I think the psychology for this was that Hawaiians had lost so much by this time. They'd lost their religious system, they'd lost their lands, they'd lost sort of their pride almost, And so some things really went underground. When the Hawaii was sort of colonized, and when that happens in cultures, the native culture is demeaned. No, Hawaiian language was really discouraged. Hula was discouraged. Hawaiian practices discouraged. And I remember being afraid that Hawaiian slack key guitar would not be around when, for my children, because it was dying, because of this kind of, grasping. And so when I was a young man, I remember this. I worked hard to learn Hawaiian slack key guitar. I found some masters that would teach me. One of them was a woman. And I learned, and I worked hard. And then I came to my family and I said, I would like to share this information. And is this okay? And my mom said, you're going to be criticized. But we feel, our family, the Beamer Moana, feels it's the right thing to do. So I was given my family's blessing. And of course, I wrote the first method book for the Hawaiian slack key guitar in 1971. When it came out, there was a lot of criticism by the kupuna, the elders of Hawaii, because this was new. They didn't know what to think about it. And that criticism stopped the moment one of their grandkids picked up the guitar and played something in Hawaiian slack key guitar. Then the whole paradigm changed. So, yeah. So that was an interesting lesson for us as a culture, and a beautiful bit of irony. You have to hold the things you love with an open hand. And now, years later, I can go to sleep knowing that this is going to be around for a long time. Music is there, recordings are there, people are playing it, people are learning it. So, anyway. Let me play some of that stuff that maybe the old man was playing, although I could never